Title: U.S. throws economic punches at shady gold firms suspected of fueling mercenary power. TLDR: the U.S. is slapping sanctions on 4 global companies accused of illicit gold transactions used to bankroll the Wagner Group, a notorious Russian mercenary force. This money mystery is tied to controversial figures in Russia, the United Arab Emirates, and the Central African Republic, with accusations of resource exploitation and extreme violence. The stakes? International peace and stability, especially in Africa and Ukraine. Ready for a rollercoaster ride through the world of international relations, economics, and mercenaries? Buckle up, people, because this one's a wild ride. The U.S. Treasury has taken another swing at the elusive Wagner Group, infamous Russian mercenaries who don't seem to care much for RSVPs and international law. Their bankroller? An alleged golden goose, a network of shady gold-dealing companies in Russia, the UAE, and Central African Republic. These companies are accused of being the Wagner Group's financial lifeblood, helping them sustain and grow their armed forces in places like Ukraine and Africa. Yeah, we're talking global-scale controversy, people. According to the Treasury's Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Brian Nelson, the Wagner Group is not just all guns and camo. They exploit natural resources like gold in conflict-ridden regions, fueling their so-called brutal operations. This has a blood diamond vibe, doesn't it? The US isn't taking it lying down, though. The strategy? Cut off the money, clip the mercenary wings. They're all about degrading the Wagner Group's growth and violence, wherever it may be. On the other end, the Wagner Group, led by the alleged mastermind Yevgeny Prigozhin, hasn't said a word. Not surprising for an organization that seems to live in the shadows, huh? The weird part is, these sanctions were briefly put on hold earlier. Why? US officials apparently didn't want to seem like they were choosing sides in an internal Russian power struggle. There's more political drama here than in a season of House of Cards, folks. The Wagner Group has its fingers in many pies. From recruitment of ex-prisoners in Russia to mining interests in Africa and the Middle East, this ain't your average corporation. More like an international menace with a business card. But despite the many atrocities they're accused of, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov suggests that such private military contractors aren't going anywhere. Well, we've all heard the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. But in this case, we're thinking, where there's gold, there's Wagner. The repercussions of this controversy: death and destruction, exploitation of local populations and extraction of resources. That's what the State Department spokesman, Matthew Miller, has to say about the Wagner Group. No mincing words there. The companies facing the heat include Central African Republic's Midas Resource Salu and Diamville Sao, Dubai's Industrial Resources General Trading, and Russia's limited liability company DM. All on the hit list for their alleged roles in fueling the Wagner machine. In the midst of all this,